Alright. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So this is Final Fantasy III. This is the actual Final Fantasy III, not 6, which was released in North America as 3. So coming up, I'm gonna get a forced encounter. I'm just gonna run from. If things go bad in this fight, I'm gonna reset. Don't worry about restarting the timer. And I run first try anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's what I want. So I'm just gonna grab that shield. Actually, it was a potion, not a shield, because I use it as a potion. I use the potion here to skip an encounter. This is the lever shield, which is going to be very, very important later on. So up next is the South Wind, which I'm going to use in the boss coming up, which is a pretty big dice roll, essentially. Alright, and here's that boss. It's called the Land Turtle. And the South Wind has a huge damage radius. It can do anywhere from like 20 to 90. And the Land Turtle has 120 HP. So ideally I want to get this fight in like 2 rounds. By the way, it is... Oh, that's a terrible roll! Oh man, okay. Okay, game. I do not want my first 2 guys to die. They need to be alive. If they do die, I can just revive them. It's not a huge issue, it just wastes time. Miss. 2 misses in a row, nice. Fun times. Alright. By the way, every step you see me take in this cave is precise, or exact, whichever word you want to use, because of RNG manipulation. And... unskippable title sequence. At least you get to hear the music here. So, I guess I should give some explanation about this game. This is Final Fantasy III. This was released in 1990, as you can tell, on the Famicom. It was never released outside of America, and it wasn't for the longest time up until the 3D remakes in, I think, 2006. This is a very important game in the series, because it was the first... Well, Final Fantasy I was technically the first to introduce the job system, but this is the game that introduced it, as everyone knows, where you can switch between jobs in each of your characters, which they would later use in FF5, and really just take advantage of it. You will not be seeing any of that here tonight. Alright, almost over. Alright. And I'm finally out of Ultra Cave. Except I lied, I need to go back in. There's some gil. Just free gil. 2,000 gil, I think. Just sitting here. Someone just left it there. And I'm gonna use this to go shopping. Because, I like shopping, apparently. Okay. So yeah, everything's peaceful here in the town of Or. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I'm just gonna buy some stuff to use later on. Very important in my journey. I also might as well play the piano while I'm here, just have some fun. But I need equipment as well as just standard items, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take care of that. How many shields should I get? I think 20 is a good number. 20 sounds reasonable enough. I need a sword to go with that as well. And then, you know, I'm gonna get 20 daggers to match the 20 shields I got. So I'm just gonna organize my inventory, nothing much here. Whips. He doesn't need to attack, he's useless. Just make him defend everything, he can absorb all the hits he wants. The brave little boy he is. And, you know, I'm gonna use that one dagger, and, yeah, let's give him a dagger. He can use it. Let's take it away. Yeah, let's give it back. I don't know what I want to do with this guy, honestly. It's fun. Maybe I'll decide soon enough. What do you think I should do with this guy? Should he solely defend, or should I let him attack? I'll let you guys be the judge. So you know there's that stereotype that Final Fantasy runs are really long, and you know, some of them are very long. I mean, I could be running Nemesis %, but not all of them. I know it's hard to believe that not all of them are long, but if you think all Final Fantasy runs are long, well, son, I have one word to say to you. Time. Okay, here's what happened. So, I mentioned RNG manipulation. You do it before the run, and all of your movement in Alter Cave affects RNG manipulation. So when I enter Ore, I buy some items to fill up my inventory. I need to buy exact items, and then I buy 20 shields and 20 daggers. And as you saw in the battle there, I kept alternating between equipping them. Yeah, I didn't expect you to be ready for that. That's kind of my bad. But, I keep swapping between equipping the shields and daggers, and when I de-equip them, they actually go into their own individual slots in the inventory rather than the stack I already have. So, eventually my inventory is going to fill up. So my inventory fills up, and don't I... Oh yeah, I do have the game going. I have the game audio going. I thought I had muted for some reason. But I de-equip an item and it goes into its own slot in the inventory, which will mean the inventory will inevitably fill up. But I can de-equip one more item, so it's not going to go into my inventory because it's already full. But what it's going to do instead is it goes into the next bit of memory in the game, which happens to be the job for the first character. So you de-equip the item, it corrupts the job, and it gives you a whole bunch of weird commands, most of which will just crash the game. Some of them, like the one I use, warp to the credits. That's all there is to it. That's Final Fantasy III.